Dear students, the topic is genetic drift. Before going to the topic, please subscribe my channel, press the bell icon for notifications, like, share among your friends and comment. Genetic drift is an evolutionary change in allelic frequencies of a population as a matter of chance in very small populations due to an error in selecting the alleles for the next generation from the gene pool of the current generation. But its effects are strong. It occurs in small population by chance. It does not occur due to any environmental influences. In large population, allele frequency of the genes remains relatively stable because the genes are not affecting fitness and do not have a natural selection pressure against the alleles. Next, we can see the types of genetic drift. First one is bottleneck phenomena. In the bottleneck phenomena, the population size severely decreases due to competition, predation, or diseases. The frequency of certain allele in a population change because the organism that carry them are eliminated. Let we can see in detail about bottleneck phenomena. This explains bottleneck effect. Initial population has equal frequencies of red and yellow allele. The surviving individuals have allele frequencies different from those of the original population, which generates a new population with a strong dominance of red over yellow alleles. The next one is founder effect. In the founder effect, a new population is founded in a new location due to physical or geographical barriers. The new population formed does not interact and mate with the original population. Have a look on founder effect. This shows founder's effect. In parent population, which migrating population will go to a new place where population after a couple of generations, the red population will decrease or extinct. Finally, founder, that is the population after a few more generations, will survive in that area. Next is causes of genetic drift, or what causes genetic drift. Genetic drift usually occurs in smaller population. In a small population with many allele, any of the allele can become extinct. In a population with many organisms, there is less chance of losing an entire allele. This is because many organisms contain the allele and all the alleles cannot be wiped away. If the allele affects such that it causes more reproduction of DNA, the allele frequency increases. If the allele harms the organism, the allele frequency decreases. When the allele frequency increases or decreases because of its presence in some random organism that survive, it is known as genetic drift. Next, we can see some examples for genetic drift. The American bison was once hunted to such an extent that it became endangered. The population which was recovered today shows very little genetic variation. Let us take an example of a group of rabbits with brown fur and white fur. White fur being the dominant allele. Due to the process of genetic drift, only the brown population might remain with all the white ones eliminated. It should be noted that a child will have blue or brown eyes if either of the parents have blue or brown eyes. A couple with brown and blue eye will have children with brown or blue eyes. Even if there is a 50% chance of having blue eyes, brown eyes being the dominant allele, all the children might have brown eyes in the future generation as a matter of chance. Next is, a bird has an allele for two different sizes of beaks. Genetic drift might eliminate one of the beak sizes from the population, thus reducing the genetic variations of the gene pool of birds. Hypothesize a plant that produces blue or yellow flowers. If the yellow flowers are destroyed in a fire and the blue allele is the dominant one, the plant will produce only blue flowers. Here we can see genetic drift versus gene flow. Gene flow can be defined as the movement of genes between population, species or organisms. For example, bacteria can transfer gene between different cells. On the other hand, genetic drift can be defined as the random selection of genes in a population. The gene flow occurs when one individual from one population migrates to another and breeds there. Gene flow does not evaluate the allele frequencies unlike genetic drift. Dear students, I hope you could understand what is genetic drift, types, examples and the difference between genetic drift and gene flow. Thank you for watching. See you in next class with another topic. Don't forget to leave a like and please subscribe my channel.